Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm a couple minutes late. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to adjust my camera here. Okay, hi guys. Hey Sam. Hey Sam. How you doing? I decided to go ahead and go on. Oh, come on, camera. I decided to go ahead and go on my laptop, even though I don't love the picture here, just because it gives me a bigger screen and I can read the comments and engage better. So I'm not showing crystals today, just cards. Hi, Sue. Nice to see ya. So I figured it would be okay, considering I'm not trying to show colors for my crystals today. Although my hair looks crazy, I don't know what it's trying to do to me. How you doing, Sam? I had a big advert, Bear. I could hear you. What? A big advert before. A big advert on here? Like, what? There was an advertisement on here? On this live? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that happened. I'm gonna have to look into if there was an advertisement on my live, because I don't like that. I don't want advertisements. Yes, just before I could see. What? Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Thanks for telling me that, Sam. Because I'm not excited about that. I don't want advertisements on my videos. People will run away. Okay, anyways, we're here today, you guys, to talk about this is our 15th class. It looks like we only have 2 here right now, or do we have more than that? Oh, we've got 6. Hi, Beachcomber! Hello to all of you out there who haven't spoke up yet in chat. Glad you're here. I can see there's 6. So this is class number 15. Today we're talking about temperance. I thought I had this set up to where you could be able to see this, but obviously not. There we go. This is the temperance card from the Age of Aquarius tarot. Age of Aquarius tarot, and my camera's doing it again. Anyways, before I started this live, you guys, or before I do anything else, I'm going to call in the guides and protectors, the angels and the ancestors of the love and light only. I'm going to ask for a collective connection to the source energy and angelic protection to be placed around that while we together collectively learn how to read energies for ourselves. Yeah, let Lisa know I'm on. Anybody else that anyone thinks might be interested? I want to do Palo Santo today. So before I came on here, that one's not going to work. I was worried about that. I got to back up. Like always, I always do like a meditation to clear my mind and pray for, a connection so that I'm bringing forth truthful information and asking, of course, for my guides and protectors to aid me to make sure I'm giving everybody correct information and I'm keeping things spiritually based and keeping my own ego out of things here. And so I'm asking for that as I cleanse the area. Oh, I'll tell you, it's been something trying to grow my platform over on the TikTok. It's so different live streaming over there than it is here. It's been an adjustment. I've been here since 2019, live streaming for like a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And it is completely different than TikTok. So in TikTok, people say the craziest things. They write things in the chat they want you to say out loud because it can get your chat shut down. You don't have the filter preferences that you have here. And people are crazy on TikTok. Some guy told me he was going to buy crystals from me, but first I had to staple a grilled cheese sandwich to the wall. These are the people I'm dealing with over there. So I'm trying to build moderators over there. So far I don't have any because I have to go 3 days in a row. I have to go live for more than 30 minutes for 3 days in a row. So today's my 3rd day. once I'm done with a 30, after I'm done here, I'm going to pop over. So that's why I have the stuff that you see behind me sitting here. See this stuff? See the follow? This stuff here? Because when I go live on TikTok, all I do is sit here and do artwork and engage with people and ask them to follow me. So I've been working on, you guys want to see the box I've been working on during my last couple of days on TikTok? This is the box I've been working on. It's a unicorn. And my camera's not going to show it very good, but yeah. Let me go pull my curtain real quick and see if that is better for the lighting situation. Take a look at my boxes there. That might be better. These are some of them I've done here. Those are all in my Etsy shop if anyone's interested in looking closer. Now let's see if I can show it. Oh, that's much better, isn't it? Yeah. Did a unicorn eye. It's not quite done yet. I still have to put the Swarovski crystals on the inside. Sam, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was so hoping you would say that. I was bragging you up on TikTok yesterday. I don't know if your ears were burning, sister, but I was just floored by some of the things people were saying to me. And I can block them individually one by one, but I have to, it's just a big thing. I have to go in, it covers the whole screen, and I have to push all these buttons, and it's crazy what people will say over there. Literally, like, on here, I can make it to where it's subscribers only. And so you have to be subscribed for 5 minutes before you can even comment. You have to put in a little bit of effort, right? No, man, that's where the trolls live, is over on TikTok. I definitely need moderators. So many people were saying that in the chat. Oh, girl, you need moderators. You need moderators. But hi, bestie. You have to go live 3 days in a row for at least 30 minutes at a time to like open up all the options for live streaming on TikTok. It's so different. Sam, thank you. I would love for you to be a mod for me over there. Thank you. Bestie, do you want to see the dragon? Not the dragon. I'm sorry. Do you want to see the unicorn box that I'm working on? This is the one I've been working on TikTok while I've been building my followers. Awesome. I can't wait to see Lisa. Okay, so let me, oops, excuse me. For anyone out there who thinks that working on social media or social media as a job, or if you think that that's easy and that's just like the easy man's way out of having to like do physical work, let me tell you right now, correction. It is hard work. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. It takes innovation, because you have to think of the next catchy phrase, because people have no time for you. You have to really grab their attention, or they will slide right on by you, because there's so much more to look at. So social media, having a job on social media, advertising, affiliate marketing, any of that, hard work, you guys. Hard work. I can sit here in my little sanctuary, my sacred space, and show you guys my beautiful crystals all day long and direct you over to my Etsy. Oh, that's easy. So we're affiliate marketing, working, trying to get people's attention on a platform like TikTok, hard work. Blowing my mind. Like, I can't even believe how much work it is. Lisa! Yay! Lisa's here! Yay! Hi, Lisa! So happy you're here, sister. Let me get my notes here. Yeah, so my phone updated, I guess, while I was asleep, and now it looks all different. So weird. Okay. Here we are. Okay, so we're on the Temperance card today, you guys. Card number 14. This is actually class 15, card number 14. And it is Temperance. And Temperance is, here we go. Temperance is the card, is the, so 15th card in the major arcana is the archetype of balance, harmony, alchemy, and integration. Temperance card coming into any reading automatically raises the vibe. It's oftentimes, for me, temperance means balance. It means balance, equality, and in that is integration, right? So I asked for a Sam says, I hate marketing sales. You have to be good at it. You have to have the gift of the chat. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Which I do. I can do it. I do it. I've been talking to people my whole life and trying to convince them of their own divinity. So if I can sell you your own divinity, I think I pretty much sell anything. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for sure. Before I came in, you guys, today, first of all, let me tell you guys something. There's a reason, but I picked for an overall energy, just an overall energy over our class today. I decided to pick out of Kyle Gray's Oracle deck, Keepers of the Light. Okay, this is one of my favorite Oracle decks, Keepers of the Light. Now, why did I choose this deck? Because today, for us here in Washington State, it's kind of a special day today. Today is 44 years, which 44 is an angel number, which is what drew me to that deck. There's all the associations. But today is 44 years to the day since our beautiful Mount St. Helens here in Washington State, which is actually a volcano, an active volcano, since our beautiful Mount St. Helens last erupted. When Mount St. Helens erupted, the ash went all the way over to the next state. Mind you, I was 6 years old. So at 6 years old, I have a very clear and distinct memory of scooping the ash off of the hood of my parents' vehicle, my mom's car, and putting it in a cup. I have a very distinct memory of doing this. I thought it was snow. My 6-year-old mind thought it was snow, right? But it was ash. And it went all the way from central Washington, central southern Washington, over to the middle of the panhandle in Idaho and coated our car with enough ash that I still have, that I could collect it in this little container. And here it has sat for the last 44 years. Tell me that's not the coolest. So, being that 44 is an angel number, it is the angel number for home, family, structure, foundation. Hi, Dean. I have something to show you, Dean. Because of that, I decided to go to the Keepers of the Light for our overall energetic, what would the word be? Tone to be set for this class. And I got the best card, you guys. I got the Holy Spirit. So we know we have the Holy Spirit here with us today. What do I do with the little book? I'm going to read to you the little message that comes with this. So we've got the Holy Spirit here with us today. When I called in an angel, I guess I got the whole lot. These are not numbered. Oh, here we are. Okay, I almost turned right to it. Probably hard to see. Here we go. It says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit always has your back. So the Holy Spirit is here with us during this class today, guys, to set the tone so that we can be open and receptive to receive universal knowledge and learn, and so that we can all read the energies for ourselves and don't have to depend on other people who, when someone else reads the energies for you, it's always open and subjective to their interpretation and how they receive their the flow, right? So it's my ultimate goal by doing this class that I can teach as many people that find their way here as possible to read your own for yourself, to read the energies intuitively for yourself. So you don't have to worry about maybe things being misconstrued during someone else's interpretation or getting incorrect information due to someone else's misinterpretation. So my goal, even though I'm kind of cutting myself off a little bit from receiving extra income, that's okay with me. I would rather not receive extra income and you guys be able to discover, explore, expand your own divinity and your own sovereignty all on your own without any having to go on the outside, look on the outside of yourself for it. Because honestly and ultimately, every single thing we need to know about ourselves and all of this is all right here. It's all in here. So we just got to figure out the right tools and mechanisms and ways to extract that information for ourselves. So I have always said, above all, I trust myself, right? Above all, I trust myself. So that is really what I just want to project that out to everybody else. And that's the objection. That's the intentions behind this class. So the temperance card comes with some crystal associations, which you know me, I love to bring crystals into the mix wherever I can. Before I show you the crystals that go with the temperance card, though, I got to show you a cool crystal, a cool necklace that I made. And for whatever reason, while I was making this necklace, Dean, you came to mind. Your energy, I felt kind of like I had just kind of tapped your energy a little bit. So I don't know why. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it's kind of guyish. You're kind of like the only dude on our platform, you and Garnet, holding down the divine masculine for us. But check out this necklace I made. It is banded agate. Isn't that cool? I was thinking about you when I made this, Dean, just saying. For whatever reason. So I don't know if you have a connection to banded agate. If maybe this came from the region that you're from, or it may be the shape being a geometrical, maybe somehow significant. I'm not sure. But anyways, I was thinking about you when I made this earlier today. That's going to go in the shop. Okay, real quickly, crystals. The crystals associated with the temperance card. Amethyst. It looks like a minced tie. Thank you. That's exactly why it reminded me of a guy. You're right. You're absolutely right. That is exactly what it looks like. See, I don't wear ties, so I'm not going to get that. Yep, you're right. Absolutely. Okay, well, that makes so much sense. All the crystals I'm going to show you guys right now are from my shop except for one. So, amethyst. Hello, right? Isn't that beauty? So, amethyst is one of them. Hold on one second. Let me get my notes because I made notes. I might as well read them. Oh. Okay. So, amethyst, spiritual healing, balance, divine guidance. Okay. Then the next one is lepidolite. Very, very similar to amethyst. Emotional regulation, calming the nervous system. Then we've got clear quartz. Clear quartz, amplification of intention and spiritual clarity. And this is the one that's not for sale. It is the blue lace agate. This is for gentle communication and peaceful expression. These are the crystals that are associated with the temperance card. And then laboradorite. I've got two of those here. So laboradorite, people say it differently. This is the stone that's got that flash. This is a little laboradorite fox. So all of these pieces are for sale in my shop except for the blue. This was a gift to me from my son last year on Mother's Day. So I've kind of pulled it out, my son that transitioned. So him and I both, this is our favorite color. And so I pulled this out of my, well, it's always out, but I pulled it out of the shelf. And I've just kind of had it in my awareness the last week or so since Mother's Day. So I decided to grab that guy. Yes, Lisa, do you want to be a mod on my TikTok? I was telling, oh gosh, it's so different over there. And I'm a little nervous over there. It's so different. It's not the same as here at all. Here, there's a lot more filters on my end. So like in my YouTube studio, I can set filters and keep certain individuals away. I can also on YouTube, in my YouTube studio, I can set filters to where certain words. So like if people say certain words that are not supposed, like, that YouTube does not like, I don't get striked for them. I can put settings from my end to where those comments will not appear. They just won't appear. Or the word will be have a line strict through it and that word won't appear. I can set those settings on YouTube. That doesn't exist on TikTok for me until I've went live 3 times in a row. So I have to go 3 days in a row, not like today, next week, and the week after. I have to go 3 days in a row for 30 minutes at least to unlock the rest of the stuff I can do. But in the meantime, I'm getting some weirdos, some real weirdos. Some of them just make me laugh because I wonder, where did these human beings come from? But one guy told me that he would follow me if I stapled a grilled cheese sandwich to my wall. I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, some of them can be really gross. One person came on and was telling me, you have a community violation if you don't shut your live down. And the way that his name came across, it looked so legitimate. And it's like, you have a community violation if you don't shut this live down. You'll be banned for 1 year. And like, how do I know that this isn't a thing? Like, I'm new, brand new here, right? So, and it was just a guy. It was just some guy. Yeah. So a total jerk. My daughter does join me over there, and she's kind of been my acting moderator for the last couple of days. She's a TikTok wizard, so she knows it real well. But she's also a very busy person. And so I've had to go at weird times of the day to do this, try to get these 3 lives out of the way just to accommodate her schedule. But as soon as these 3 I have 1 left today. As soon as I'm done with this class, I'm running over to TikTok to finish that 30-minute live. And then I'm good. I've opened up and I can assign moderators. And then I would love, Sam already said she would be a moderator. Lisa, if you could be a moderator too, that would be fantastic. I trust you guys. In fact, I was telling everyone on TikTok yesterday, the difference is I had 240 plus people in my room at a time. It's impossible to talk to that many people and with a chat going that fast. I mean, I was catching maybe a fraction of what was actually being said. Yeah. So it's chaos. It's crazy. I get off of YouTube and I'm like amped up, like I'm energetic and I'm amped up. Like it takes me some time to wind down after I've connected to all your guys' energy. When I'm on TikTok, when I get off TikTok, I feel like I've got to go take a shower. That's how different. Yeah, Dean, you could be a mod too. The more the merrier. I trust you guys. But goodness, is it different. Holy moly, a whole different world. Gosh. Okay, let me go back to my notes here. All right. Sorry, guys. I got to back up. My husband has been, it's happening more and more because his vibration is rising, is ascending. And, he's been doing a lot of meditation. He's been doing a lot of energy work, just raising his vibration a lot. The transition of our son, really, it affected us both. It wasn't just me. And so it really affected him too. And, he's been struggling with that. So he's been doing some meditations and bringing his own vibration up. And I've noticed that he is starting to literally have he's done this before, but it's stepped up. Full conversations with me while he's asleep and I'm awake. Like I can carry back and forth conversations with him. He's when we go to sleep and once we enter REM state, I believe, now I don't know this for a fact, but I believe in my experience, and I'm someone who's been doing dream work for years, I believe that we actually enter other dimensions. So there's an uncountable number of dimensions, an infinite number of dimensions. Every decision we make fractures into a new dimension, and they're all existing kind of like pages in a book. And I feel like depending on what your vibration is like in the moment, when we go into a REM sleep, our consciousness leaves the body and goes into these other dimensions to either interact for some kind of growth, to if you have like a spiritual contract, to go in and meet somebody for like a bump contract in there, because when our body's asleep and we go to another dimension within, which is astral projection, right? When we go to another dimension within our sleep state, that's reality for the people in that dimension that we're visiting. So he's been, I just feel like he's been ascending, but he's been getting more and more so clear, perfectly clear with the things that he's saying. And sometimes he says the most profound things in his sleep. It just blows my mind. And this morning was one of them. He was just, I can't even begin to repeat what he was saying. I wish I would have been recording him, but it was so cool, you guys. I just wanted to share that real quick. Okay, card number 14. It comes after the death, which is transformation, and before the devil, which is temptation and shadow work. Temperance is the calm between the storm. Let's see, next note. Okay, so did I grab the Rider Waite? I did. Here is the Rider Waite version. I have a bunch of other ones down here. I happen to love the Temperance card. After the Sun card, the Temperance card is one of my favorite. The Sun, Justice, and Temperance. So Temperance is like the third down. I love the Temperance card because the Temperance card most usually pictures an angel. And usually the angel has two chalices, and they're kind of taking the waters back and forth between the chalices and creating balance and harmony, making sure that they all have the same amount, the cups have the same amount, and whatnot. So I love that there's usually an angel that appears on, which goes right along with the fact that today is 44 days, angel number days, from such a big event here in this area that I'm from. Everything's, and then we get the Holy Spirit. So everything's feeling very divine right now, you guys, especially with this. But I did pull out a whole bunch of my temperance, a whole bunch of my decks. I pulled out a whole bunch of temperance cards from a bunch of decks because it happens to be one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck a lot of the time. So I want to show off some of the gorgeous artwork. I can have a full conversation that doesn't make sense. Let me just peek in with the chat here. You guys. Yeah, TikTok is the strangest place, Lisa. It really is. It really is so different. I love YouTube. I'm definitely a YouTube girl before I'm a TikTok girl. That TikTok is strictly for business. Yeah. I come here for my spiritual work. Let's see, Sam. On here, you can click on the name and it comes up with a list like blocks. Oh, see, not on TikTok. You'll see. You'll see how that works. Yeah, and Dean, you're welcome to be a mod too, my friend. That would be fantastic. And that's okay, Lisa. Whenever you're, see, I think that's the importance of having like a bunch of mods, at least, well, ones you can trust. I think it's important that you have a bunch so that, because people live lives, you guys are busy. And not only that, you guys are on the other side of the world, so your schedule's way off from mine. So I'm going to, grab quite a few people. I'd love to just use the same mods I have here over there. That would be amazing because I just love all you guys. I have the best mods on YouTube, hands down. That's not a joke. Sue. Wow, I'm so glad you're helping with this learning. Oh, thank you, Sue. Sam sleep socks. Yeah. So my husband has kind of, well, let me say maybe it started happening about 4 years ago. So around 4 years ago, and I don't even think that there was anything significant that really happened other than we moved to another area. So our physical bodies did move to another spot on the planet. So that might have been like he may have had an alignment where we moved to. And that's the only thing I can come up with to explain why this suddenly started happening. Because there was never a sound from that man when he slept before this. And then he just suddenly started speaking in his sleep. But when it started out, it was just one word here and there. And sometimes I couldn't even understand what he was saying at all. And then slowly it just has gotten more and more and more clear. And now it's at a point where I can actually we have back and forth conversations. And I can a lot of the time get a pretty good gist at what he's dreaming about. But it's crazy because it's like he becomes a different person outside of his body, his consciousness, because he says things in that dream state that he would never say in a waking state. So this is like a whole other part of him that's I'm meeting, but I only get to know that person when he's sleeping. Is that not so crazy? So my husband is the most mellow, chill dude you would ever meet. Okay, he never raises his voice. He just kind of giggles and laughs at everybody. He's my husband's a Pisces, so he's been there and done it all, right? He's already finished the zodiac wheel, so he carries little pieces of all the zodiacs around, and he's just kind of a wise guy. He doesn't speak much. He's a man of very few words, but when he does say something, it's usually pretty profound. He doesn't waste words. That's something he says all the time. I don't waste words. So to have this man pop off with some of the stuff he says in a sleep state, we laugh about it. I have lots of recordings of it, but when he wakes up later on, I'll repeat to him what he was saying, and we laugh so hard at the stuff that he says because it's something he would never. It's like hearing a little kid cuss. You know how when you hear like your little kid say a cuss word for the first time, and even though you know it's inappropriate, it's funny. You can't help but laugh. Okay, it's like that. So, yeah, my son told me you don't want to be on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. It's a different world. It is the younger people. It's also where a lot of the trolls hang out. They have nothing better to do but to try to just be jerks, I guess. I don't know. I don't. I've had a few weirdos come on here, and every once in a while I'll get like a negative comment, but it's so rare that it was pretty shocking for me over there. And I'm just trying to like laugh it off. And like this one person, they kept doing it because it took me a minute to figure out how to block. The first person I blocked, they were able to draw not emojis, using the keyboard. They were able to draw illicit shapes with the keys, with the numbers and symbols and stuff. Illicit shapes, right? Boy shapes. I'll just say it that way. Boy shapes. And we're putting it in my chat. So there's like this big thing being put in my chat. And I'm like, no! That was crazy. Yeah, that's TikTok. Is Megan a Libra? I believe Megan is a Libra. We've got quite a few Libras in our chat. Thank you, Sam. Yes, Lisa. People are mean. It's the trolls. They don't have anything else to do. You're right, Dean. A lot of people mock you because they don't understand. A lot of people will also like make accusations, like I'll have people say you're doing devil work, or you're a witch, or you're doing devil work, or and that kind of stuff. And I understand that people are afraid of what they don't understand, and everybody is capable of doing what I do. Everybody. You just have to find the right alignment. So there's nothing any different than me than anyone on this planet. Like anyone can actually do what I do. You just have to be in the right alignment and heart space. It's human arrogance. Yes, ego. Thank you, Dean. Absolutely. Let's look at some of the symbolism because the Temperance card is actually a good card for this subject. It is people who are in temperance in reverse energy is what it is. They're in disharmony and out of alignment. And how does that manifest? It manifests on them projecting that off onto other people. Charge them $500 extra. Yes. So it's really kind of sad, but one thing that I do remind myself of a lot when I get discouraged. Come on. I just accidentally moved my mouse and it covered my chat. Okay. One thing I remind myself a lot when I get discouraged of other human beings is it is all that they are definitely on their own path, number one. And they're here for that experience. So let them have their experience. You go your way and I'll go mine. But it's hard to, and sometimes I want to shake people and be like, I don't use the word ignorance as an insult. Ignorance just means not knowing something, right? So when you're in a world full of people that don't know things that you feel like you're surrounded by ignorance. And I just know that is changing, and it's not going to be very long before that's not going to be an issue anymore, because we've got new earth coming, and we've got 5D coming, and it's just amazing. And I'm just trying to teach all of you, everyone who will listen, how to live within your intuition, live within your heart space, um, open your eyes and see, wake up, because times they are changing. Finally, I waited 50 years for this, but I feel so blessed um, and grateful that I get to be here during this time right now. I know it was a divinely alchemized, put it that way. And it was for all of us. Okay, when I say these things, this is actually like a collective thing I'm saying, just reiterating. We all alchemized to be here during this awakening, each for our own individual reasons. Some of us just because we want to watch. So yeah, hard toxic egos. Their pineal glands are completely calcified. It's sad. I have heard you have to be careful of the people with fetishes. Ew. I don't even like that word. Yeah. You got to be careful of the people in general over there. So I just need to get some moderators and it'll be all good. People will figure it out that Crystal don't play that, right? Because my people are all on the same vibe as me. And maybe they just won't come around, but I don't know. I have a feeling you guys are going to be working harder over there than you do here for sure. So I'm going to have to be sending you guys like gifts and stuff to thank you for all your hard work. Okay, let's talk about, actually, I have a gift. I do have a couple gifts for you guys. I have a couple things for Lisa and Dean. So the next time you guys make an order, you're going to get extras, just so you know. Okay, the symbols. Let's start with the angel. So on the Rider-Waite Temperance card, this is Archangel Michael. A lot of times they will depict angels on the Temperance card, not always Archangel Michael. But on this one, this is supposed to be Archangel Michael. And he has, and so I'm going to bring, I don't know if, do you guys have your decks? Grab your Temperance card so that we can look at them together. So I want to bring to attention, first of all, the feet placement on this card. You're welcome, Lisa. Oh, Lisa. Lisa, look at what I got. Look at this baby. Let me get closer. It's got a Tree of Life pendant right here on it, but I bought this from a crystal shop down by the ocean. Is that not gorgeous? I hope you can see it. Lapis. It's heavy though, but it's so pretty. And it goes so good with Brandon. But look at the difference in color. Thank you. So on the Temperance card, the feet placement is actually really important. We've got 1 foot in the water. Water is emotion. And we've got 1 foot on land. That's practicality. So if you've got 1 foot in emotion and 1 foot in practicality, there's your balance. There's your harmony. The second significance is the cups pouring. This is alchemy. Cups being filled with liquid. This is emotional flow and the creation of balance in doing that. Oh my goodness. You want to see the pink calcite again. Okay, let me finish this one point real quick, Dean, and then I'll look for it. I know it's around here somewhere. I think it's in the basket. You guys have a basket with your name on it. Okay. And the triangle in the square. So there's a symbol with the triangle in a square. This is spirit within the physical realm. So this would be the Holy Spirit within the body, within the physical realm. And then we've got the sunrise and also to the pathway is kind of the same for the sunrise and the pathway. This is long-term destiny. This is a spiritual purpose. And the colors, white robe, that's purity. Gold, that's divine. Red wings, that's spiritual passion. Okay, so there's the visualization on the Temperance card. 1 second, Dean. I must have put it away, Dean, because I can't see it right directly in front of me. But you know what I'll do? I'll find it when I'm done with my live, and I'll take a picture of it and um, send it to Lisa. I'll take a picture of both sides of it and send it to Lisa so you can look at it closer. It's not a big one. Yeah, you guys have your own basket. It's not a big piece. It's about this big, so it's about the size and the shape as a dice, a regular size dice. What? Don't worry, Crystal. He wants it anyways. Oh, yes. Sam got a llama light. I made her. The llama is very significant spiritually. Um, llama is a spiritual, especially for me. The llama is a spiritual protector. So I keep this little llama guy up there, kind of protecting all of my sacred stuff in here. And I made Sam because she worked so hard in this chat for me, gets up and at night when she's supposed to be sleeping, literally in the middle of the night to mod for me. And she works so hard modding for me. I made her a little light that's a llama. So because she's a light to me, Sam, you're a light to me. And it was for your spiritual protection. Sam is an angel, I agree. Absolutely. I feel so lucky. Oh, the pink calcite. Yeah, he's getting that too. I went and got that specifically for him because he had asked for it. When somebody comes to me and says, "Do you have this? Do you have that?" There's a reason that their spirit needs that. There's a reason their energy needs that, and I take it very seriously. I'm so happy you love your tiger's eye, Sam. Yes. Okay, so the meanings on the Temperance card in an upright, put right back here. The meanings upright, balance, moderation, self-restraint, healing through integration. Like I was saying, balance brings integration. Almost, I thought they were completely done next door, Dean, because that last day they were putting in carpet, and I thought that would be the last thing that they were doing. But there's still, the guy came and knocked on my door yesterday. I don't think they're over there today because it's Sunday, but he was here yesterday, even though it was Saturday. Came and knocked on my door and said they were going to be turning the water off for a few hours. So they're still doing a few things over there, but the noise has stopped for the most part. Thank goodness. Now I'm on who's going to move in. That's the worst part about living in apartments when you're somebody like me. I have to constantly bless and protect and clear my space. Like I do it 2-3 times a day sometimes, depending on who's living in the building at the time. And I have no control over that. So, and usually when new people come, they bring their ghosts and they all want to come check me out. So usually when somebody new moves in, I will undergo, I don't even know necessarily want to call it an attack so much as just a visitation. So, it's always kind of like waiting on to see what the next occupants' ghosts are going to be like. We'll have to see because Max has to be at hospital on Friday so he can. Your baby's going to the hospital on Friday? And it's his birthday? Oh no. Can you give them mouth zippers? That's so funny. I wish I could. You get a zipper and you get a zipper. That cracked me up, Dean. Mouth zippers. That was funny. Okay, spiritual guidance. So temperance, when the temperance card comes out, it also does have the aspect to it where it does provide spiritual guidance. So obviously it would be providing the information that there needs to be some balance, some integration, taking place. The Temperance card for me is also divine timing. Because so the Temperance card for me is, I'm going to say, like a slow moving energy. So this is where the reading intuitively comes in right here. Okay, so it's Temperance is a slow movement, slow moving energy, a slow movement, because it's divine timing, and there has to be this balance, this alignment before you complete the energy, right? So for me, when the Temperance card comes in, it's like slow down, take a breath, allow, right? So that's spiritual guidance in that way. Divine timing and patience, flow, peace, equilibrium. But also for me as well, when this alignment takes place, this is when a surge of like creative, like synergy will happen, and like a collaboration within yourself of your own, the other things This is it. This is, I'm trying to describe the feeling in meditation that comes with the Temperance card. It's almost like a meeting the other aspects of yourself and coming into alignment with them in a slow, divinely timed way. Okay. In reverse, this is imbalance. This is excess. In reverse, this is frustration with timing. This is impatience or avoiding time frames. This is lack of harmony for sure. Imbalance, emotional or spiritual disconnection. Like I said, overindulgence. So a lot of times when somebody's dealing with addiction, I will get the Devil card with Temperance in reverse. That's a no-brainer. If you ever get that in a spread, you're dealing with someone who's battling addiction. Also, burnout is another energy that can be in a reverse meaning for Temperance. Struggling to blend in, struggling to blend different energies. So only being able to feel mad or angry or sad in this moment, that kind of is what comes with it in reverse. Hi, Lila, right? Hi, Lila. Happy to see you. Welcome. Okay, what is the astrological associations with the zodiac? So the zodiac that is connected to the Temperance card is Sagittarius. So Saggies out there, the Temperance card is a connection to your energy. So happy you're here, Leela. I remembered I said it wrong for a second, but then I was like, oh yeah, maybe that was my son reminding me, because I almost kind of heard it. So the Temperance card is, like I said, Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is growth, expansion, truth, and spiritual pathways. You're a Sag? Oh, that's crazy. You came just in time. Meant to be, my friend. You are absolutely energetically connected right now. All he keeps saying is he's in pain. He's taken his painkillers, but anytime I suggest, he looks at me like I'm silly. He can't sit down. All he do. Poor baby. Poor baby. I will light a white candle for him, put some selenite around it, and send that energy towards him as soon as I get off here, honey. Selenite is a very healing. Okay, so Sagittarius energy brings optimism, vision, and Sagittarian energy brings like a desire to search deeper, a desire to look for other meanings, hidden meanings, to look for more information attached. The element with the Temperance card, this is fire. This with water symbolism present in the energy. Okay, but definitely it is. Saggy is a fire, but we're going to say water and fire are both appropriate for Temperance. And planetarily wise, it is the modality is it's a mutable energy. So mutable is adaptable. It is flexible. So the Temperance card is a flexible energy. The planetary influence of Jupiter brings wisdom and a desire to seek the divine. The numerology on Temperance, this is card number 14. Breaking it down, 1 is new beginnings and 4 is stability. 5 is the number of change. Growth through challenging yourself, okay, through fighting to grow, fighting to learn, putting in the work, spiritual freedom as well. 14 as a whole is a karmic number. It's about balance, responsibility, and aligning spirit with action. Hi, lady. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, sweetheart. How are things? So nice to see you. So nice to see you, beautiful. Okay, we talked about the crystal associations. Okay, a little bit of deeper symbolism, archetypal deeper symbolism that I had noted here. Okay, so the Temperance card is the alchemist or the harmonizer, related to in mythology to Iris, which is the Greek messenger goddess linked to rainbows and water. And a lot of times, in fact, I'm about to show you my Temperance cards here in a minute. Let's just see how many of them have a rainbow in the back. Also linked to Hermes, which is also Mercury. This is alchemy and spirit communication. Temperance as the sacred middle path, not denial or indulgence, but conscious integration. Those are the deeper aspects. Okay, what are the real life applications for the Temperance card? So if you pull Temperance in a love reading, this is blending energies. This is creating harmony. This is divine partnership. The message is coming through. If it is a reading pertaining to your career, this card indicates teamwork, patience with long-term goals, emotional balance in leadership, so you don't become like a tyrant. When you pull the Temperance card in a spiritual aspect, this is ascension through balance, through learning sacred timing, through deep soul healing. Okay, this is healing brings the alignment and the balance. When you pull the Temperance card in relation to a reading having to do with someone's health, this is suggesting, the Temperance card is suggesting a moderation in diet, rest is needed, and how you're using your energy is being brought into account. Integration of holistic practices. So a lot of times the Temperance card coming in will tell me, I added this on myself, will tell me that there is a need for some more holistic practices to kind of help boost the alignment, remove some toxicity, bring and remove things that are not serving the highest good, and bring that alignment through holistic practices. In this case, this is holistic practices is a very broad term I'm using here. That's very much to sage your house is a holistic practice. Okay, that's what I mean. It's like an umbrella term, if that makes sense. Okay, so when you are so I'm going to show you some of my Temperance cards, Temperance decks, and there will be a little bit more information in some of those. Hold on one second. I feel like I forgot something. Okay, so this time, you guys, I added something. I'm going to give you guys a guided visualization, a creative exercise, and give you some tarot spread ideas in a reading before we go, and then a little bit of homework. But before I do that, let me grab some of these cool decks. This is my Bruce, guys. He's joining us today. This is Bruce Kitty. Well, Bruce Almighty. His name is Bruce Almighty. Isn't he adorable? He's so tolerant. You just get mommy yabby all over you, huh? Isn't he adorable? I love him so much. This is my grandson kitty, my grand kitty. I'm raising my grand kitty. When can you pick him up? I don't think I could part with this one. I was a little nervous when I first got him. I'd never been a cat mama. And I'm not a huge cat. Well, I am now. I was just so connected to my dog. So now every night, you guys, I have a Pomeranian that literally sleeps right next to my face. He's always slept right at my head. I have a Pomeranian that sleeps right here, and I have Bruce Kitty that sleeps down at my about knee level every single night. So I've got the cat, I've got feline energy, and I've got canine energy. So, and I can't sleep without them. I literally, if one of them's missing, the energy's unaligned, and I cannot fall asleep until I go get that animal and bring him to the bed with me. Okay, I've got 3 here that come from decks I don't have books for. So I'm going to show these real quickly. This is from the Celtic Rainbow Tarot. It is a random deck that somebody gave me years ago. I think I was probably maybe 16 or 17 years old, 18 years old. Maybe it's newer than that, but it's old. And it never came with a book. It was just a random little deck in a box. And I'm pretty sure it's Rainbow, Celtic Rainbow. So here you go. Here's her. Don't got a book for that one. And then of course we've got my gold tarot. And that's very much the classic. See, she's got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. She's got the cups. She's got the wing. There's the rainbow above her head too. Yeah. This is the Light Keepers. The Light Keepers Tarot. She's walking a tightrope and there's fire underneath of her. I thought that was an interesting take. Okay, so let's check out some of these cool cards. I'm going to pull out the ones that are in the little books first. Some of them are just so incredible. Like I said, Temperance is one of my favorites. So a lot of times, just the angel. So look at here, we've got a masculine Temperance, a masculine angel, more modern. He's got the energy between his hands rather than the cups and water. And look at, he's got night and day. This is really cool for balance. Sun, night and day. Yeah. Okay. This is one of my brand new decks. I think this is my most recent, if not the second to the most recent. This is the Visions deck. And this is basically, I think it's just energy. I'm not sure what to make of that, to be honest. This tarot deck actually, when you lay out like the major arcana and you put all the cards next to each other, it makes a scene. And then when you lay out like the swords, it makes a scene. So it's a different tarot. So this is part of a scene. It's not real. I use it for SRKs. It's good. One to use. I think it was you. Always loved it. Are you talking about this one? Okay. This is another one of my newer-ish decks. This is the Tridevia. Tridevia stands for Triple Goddess. And it is such a beautiful deck. When I saw this, I think I got it for my birthday last year. Yeah. When I saw this deck, it was not out yet. It was still in the making. So I was so excited to get this one. Look how beautiful. Even the backs of these are so gorgeous. Look at that. The Tridevia. Love, love, love that deck. So beautiful. Oop, that doesn't go. This is the Unfolding Path. Love the that is adding extra cultures. She's doing the peace sign. Love that. Here's the Light Seers. This one is very common nowadays. This also has a young man on it as well. There we go. That's better. You know what's weird? The guy on this card looks just like my husband in a younger version. Same thing, hair back in a ponytail, wearing the wife beater, sitting on the floor. My husband's usually pounding on something. He does it in his sleep. He's a drummer all the way through to his bones. Okay, this one. What was the name of this one? Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. This is also a beautiful deck. This is actually one of my favorite Temperance cards. I wish that it was a little bit lighter so that you could see it better, but the angel wings, the wings on this angel are incredible. But you've got land and sea, you've got light and dark. It's really pretty. This is the Wildlands Tarot, and these cards are super cute. They're made to look like, what are they called again? The Polaroid. They're made to look like Polaroid pictures. So it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but that looks like two spirits or an angel flying out. Yeah, it is. It's an angel flying outside of a big house, and there's a water fountain in front of the house that's got the air sign on it, on the stand, and then the two cups that are sparkly. You can't see it. My camera is terrible. Can you see the gold? Or not the gold, sorry. Can you see the silver flash a little bit? All right. Anyways, these are cute, but they're really hard for me because they're too wide. They're really hard for me to shuffle. So I don't really use them. This is the Starborn Arcana. Amazing deck. Here's the Temperance. This is a Pleiadian, Lemurian, Arcturian-ish looking individual. Love. Speaking of which, represent. Gotta represent. Is that what the young kids say? Gotta represent. Sam, here is the deck that you complimented the other day. You said, I absolutely love that blue deck, those blue cards. This is actually my newest deck, and this was a gift from my granddaughter. This is the Cat Tarot. What do you think, Bruce? He approves. Super cute, isn't it? It looks like the kitty's like looking up, but he's got wings, but they're not like physical wings. They're energetic wings. You can see in the energy behind him. I love that. Super cute deck. Super cute. I would recommend this deck because of the high vibe that it brings. I would recommend this to new readers. Definitely. Very light energy that, sometimes tarot can be a little bit intimidating for some. So that would be a great one for a beginner. This is one of my favorite. This might be my favorite. First of all, the Luna Ethereal, how does it say? Oh, Ethereal Visions Tarot Luna Edition is one of the most high vibrational decks I own. The cards are all white. They've got prismatic effects to them, but look at this. Look at her wings. I'm sure if I was on my phone camera, it would look so much better, but if I do my phone camera, I can't see my chat. It makes it really tiny and I can't read. But I love, this is one of my favorite decks. Definitely if I'm doing readings on people, personal readings on people, and I feel like their vibration is low, I will just switch the decks and start working with this just to pick it up for them. Or at least turn it to a higher vibration as I read for them. This is the Galactic Star. Another incredibly awesome, cool, very, very modern deck. I didn't get this very long ago, maybe 6 months or so. But look at this one. I don't know if she is some kind of an alien because she's got, maybe Lyran. She's got very feline looking eyes. I'm not sure what she would be. But interesting, huh? Here's a deck that is so adorable. So adorable. It is the Journey to Oz and Wonderland. Now, the guys that made this deck, I'm actually friends with them on Facebook. And they loved my unboxing video I did for this deck so much that they use it on their website. It's a couple of guys. It's a It's two guys who are a couple who wrote this deck together. And they are portraying, the essence of the energy for this deck is like Oz, Wonderland, but putting together Oz and like Alice in Wonderland and the Wizard of Oz. Merging those two together is what this deck, the energy of this deck. And so they're portraying with the Temperance card, they're portraying Temperance as Aunt M. So on the Wizard of Oz, Aunt M would be the balanced aunt, the aunt. So they're doing Aunt M on their card for Temperance, which is interesting. But a very cool deck. I'm just glad it's not winter too. I am so tired of winter. If we had like a real winter, that would be one thing. But for us here in Washington State, winter just means rain. More and more rain. Okay, the Star Child Tarot. This was a gift to me from Natalie for Christmas. I love this deck. I only use this deck for self-exploration. I do not mix the energies of other individuals or politics or true crime or anything like that with this deck. I want this deck to be only hold the energy of my own personal journey and expansion. So this one is really special to me. Natalie sent this to me. This is the Temperance. But the Star Child Tarot, which came from an Etsy shop, I have an oracle by the girl that wrote this tarot. I think if you guys are interested in this deck, definitely do not mix it with like your true crime decks or cards that you use to read for others. This deck is designed as a self-exploration tool, and I really feel like it should be kept to yourself. So there's my advice on that one. This is the only deck I own that comes from Paris. This is the Pique de la Soul. Look at that. The artwork on this deck is incredibly cool. I think it may have been AI influenced, but still beautiful. I've just got a couple more here. We've got the Tarot of a Moon Garden, a deck I use a lot. And not only is the angel, doing the water thing with the cups, but I love how they portray the water in here as a rainbow. So the water that she's putting over is actually rainbow colored. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what is in the water with her. I never noticed that before. Oh, I see what it is. I love it. You guys, I just learned something new while I'm teaching you about this card anyways. The Temperance card, she's got a unicorn. She's got a unicorn at her side. See the unicorn? This is the reflection. So the Temperance is a reflection as well, which goes very well with my unicorn that I just made. I'm not quite done with yet. But if you didn't hear me earlier, I've been working on building my chat or my followers on TikTok so that I can have more of the affiliate program opened up to me. And in order to build my followers, I have to go live and ask people to follow me, basically. And so I just do art. I go live and I just sit and work on art, talk to people. Yesterday, one of the first people to follow me, I told everyone yesterday, I'm open for suggestions. What should I make? This was a blank canvas yesterday. And some girl said, and I said, here's the colors I'm working with. So I showed her my color scheme. She said, oh, those are perfect unicorn colors. Make a unicorn. So that's what I did. Of course, my camera just washes it all out. But that's why this stuff is here behind me like this, because of my TikTok. I'm not going to pull it down. I'm supposed to go on TikTok 3 days in a row live. And I'm on my last day today. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I just want to upload more than 5 marketable videos a week. That's all I care about. I don't even want to go live on TikTok after this. The experience has not been wonderful. I did get a new Oracle deck though, you guys, and was seriously contemplating maybe going on TikTok and telling them that I will pull an Oracle card for them if they follow me and giving people an incentive to follow. Maybe. So here's one of my favorite decks. This is the Westwood Tarot. This is the one with that really good book. I wish my daughter-in-law was, my soon-to-be daughter-in-law was here for this live because she would love this one. She's a mushroom girl. She collects mushrooms and she has everything mushy in her house, mushrooms. This is a mushroom guy. Cute. I've never really noticed the Temperance card in this deck before. That's cute though. And we've got the Fable Makers. Remember, these are the cards that move and are animated. And I think it's going to make the wings fly. And it does. But I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it with this stupid camera. Can you see the wings flapping? This is the Fable Makers animated tarot. I think that you can get it a lot cheaper nowadays. Let me take it out of the sleeve and see if that helps. You have to sleeve this deck when you get it because of the surface of the cards. If you scratch them, it ruins the animation that it does. Yeah, it's just not going to show you very well. Anyways, the wings are moving. I always wanted the Fable Makers Tarot so bad when it first came out. And I always thought it would be the coolest, just the coolest tarot deck to ever own, right? Wanted it so bad. It was like several $100s, like $500 at first, when they first started selling it. And of course, I'm not going to spend that much money on a deck. So I just drooled over it for a very long time. And every year at Christmas, it was at the top of my list, of course. And then one year, I put it at the top of my list, and I freaking got it. So my husband got it for me. But he was able to find it on eBay for super cheap. So then he was sweating on it that it was going to come and it was going to be a fraud or like a knockoff, you know. But it wasn't. It was a real one. So I love the Fable Maker Tarot. But here's the problem. I'm going to show you. As much as I wanted this deck so bad, that's the size of it right there. I'll show you what a regular deck's thickness is. Very difficult to work with. So usually when I'm using this deck, I have like this really cool little basket thing, and I'll just shuffle through the basket and then I just pull them out randomly. But they're really cool. Isn't it funny how it's almost impossible to shuffle that? Isn't it funny how when we see something we think we want and we really like, we build it up in our heads to be this most amazing, awesome thing. And you know what I mean? Like, I really thought that would be my favorite tarot deck of all time. If I ever get the Fable Makers, it'll be the only deck I work with. It'll be my favorite tarot deck. It's going to speak to me on all levels. It's going to bring me so much growth and expansion. I can't work with the thing. It's too big. Not only is it huge, the cards are so thick. It doesn't feel right. And I just can't. But I always thought it's just funny how we build something up in our heads to be something. And then when it happens in reality, it's like so different than what we expected. Ooh, Dean. I've never shown this deck before. So for the Gen Xers out there and anyone close to my age range, you guys are going to love this one. This is a deck that is made, inspired, and he was worked with on this deck, David Bowie. This is the Starman Tarot. Have you ever seen this deck before? Look this is David Bowie's Starman Tarot. The trippiest, weirdest, craziest cards, but they're so cool. This is Temperance and the Starman's Tarot. It's all about frequency. Yes, one of the coolest tarot decks, one of the coolest is the Starman's Tarot. It is an amazing collector's piece with full, I mean, yeah, this is the David Bowie Tarot deck. One of my favies. I got a couple more here. We've got Poppy Palin. I've got to do Poppy's deck. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but Poppy Palin was a beautiful soul from the UK who suffered with autoimmune disorders similar to mine. She suffered she suffered a bunch of losses all at once. She lost her partner and then both of her parents, all very close together. And they were also her caregivers, and they helped care for her. So when that happened, Poppy, you can go look at Poppy Palin's YouTube. If it's still up, which I'm almost positive it is, she did a video right before she left us where she explained why she was leaving with no apology. She was done and she knew it. So she is now in spirit, but before she left to go in spirit, she created this beautiful tarot deck for the world. And Poppy, I call Poppy in as a guide all the time. She's got the sweetest voice. And as soon as I call her in as a guide, the first thing I hear is, hello, every time. Same voice every time. It's her. So she acts as a guide for me. So I'm going to, of course, show her Temperance. And I love it. That's the family dynamics over generations. So this is balancing multi-generations, which is a whole different take. Love it. My sister-in-law loves David Bowie. Hi, Ginger! Yay! I didn't see you pop in there. I'm so happy you're here, sweetheart. Yes. Okay. Couple more. I've Star Tarot. This is an older deck for me. I've had it for a little while, but very pretty. This has got rainbow all over it. You see, there's a couple different pathways there. Star Tarot. And The Enchanted Soul. This is another one with a really good guidebook. Look how beautiful. She is holding is it a flower maybe? Some flowers. I can't tell for sure. But I love her yellow dress. So pretty. Okay, one more. One more, and this is the Bee Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks to work with when I'm doing readings, like free readings for people, energetic readings, because it reminds me of like a community. So I love this one when I'm working with the Crystal Crew, because it reminds me of, like a beehive, a whole community. Absolutely. And it's a cute card too. So she's got honey going between the glasses. You know what, Lisa? This would be a good deck for you. This, of course, every time I see a bee, I think about you nowadays for some reason. Every time I see a bee, and it's really popular right now because we're in springtime, so a lot of the stores are carrying little products that have bees on them. And every time I see one, I think about you because of your Facebook posts and stuff. I know, I can see that you do. I love the bees too. You know how much trouble we're in if the bees are already at least 2/3 extinct, at the very least. They want to say they're 75% gone. They're 75% extinct. We need the bees. If we don't have the bees to pollinate, we need the plants for oxygen. It's like a bare necessity to have the bees. We can't survive without them. We will not survive forever without them. So we've got to bring the bees back. And I am somebody who has an actual, like, an allergy to bees. Not all bees, but I did have a couple of allergic reactions to bee stings when I was young. Your town's logo is the Manchester bee. I love that. The book on the Thoth is your bestie at the moment. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying that. So glad you're enjoying that. Awesome. Okay, so let's try to do our, real quickly, let's do our, let me pick a deck. I'm going to go with the Tridevia. Let's go ahead and pick a card. Let's go ahead and shuffle and pick a card to go and ask Spirit. As we do, let's ask Spirit to please point out to us the intentions behind this pull is for you to point out to me what areas of my life I may possibly need to focus on that may either require more balance, maybe some validation of some balance in some area. That's what we're looking for. And let's pull a card and see what we find in relation to temperance. Balance, harmony, integration. What do I need to focus on when it comes to the temperance energy for myself? For my own growth, my own self-exploration. What do I need to focus on for my highest good? Taking into consideration the energy of the temperance card. It's funny. Empress, that would be my mothering, nurturing, which is what I'm doing right now. So maybe because I have spent the last 3 days sitting online, maybe it's a little unbalanced. Maybe I'm going a little far with it, but I'm almost done. But I do thank you. I appreciate Spirit for you pointing out to me that maybe I'm overly mothering some right now or putting too much into the nurturing and need to back off of it. I can feel that within myself. And that's definitely why sometimes you guys I'll go for little chunks of time between coming and doing the lives and doing the readings. That is rejuvenation for me, reintegration, realignment, soul searching. I just spend that time doing that. And now I'm popping back and forth between, like, I used to go live on Facebook just for my husband's shows. I haven't went live on Facebook since the last time I went live for a show. YouTube's the only place I've ever went live. So it's been a very weird. You got the temperance. That is so funny. So you need to bring some balance and harmony into maybe your message is that you are in an energy of balance and harmony and integration, because you're asking for balance and harmony to be brought into balance and harmony. So maybe you're off balance a little bit in some way, Sam. Was it reversed or upright? What deck did you use? I'm just curious. What did you get, Lisa? How about you, Leela? Did you pull one? What about you, Ginger? Lady D, my beautiful friend who's been following me for forever. I think Lady Divine has been a follower since probably around 2020, 2021. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Do you want me to pull one for you, Lisa? I'm always looking for excuse. I have a friend who sent me in the mail. Okay, I'll pull one for you. I have a friend who sent me in the mail. They are the cutest. One is silver and one is gold, but one of them is the moon. It's a tarot card. They're so cute. One of them is the moon card, and one of them is the sun card, and it's gold. So the moon card is silver, and the sun card is gold, and they're like that big. Just little pendants. They're so cute. They don't have necklaces. I have to go get some chains to put them on or make some. Okay, Sam got 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Oh, well, that's fantastic. So I feel like the message there for you, Sam, I mean, 9 of Cups is, making your wishes come true. And 10 of Cups is the happiest, most abundant life that you can ask for. That is achieving that. So that's what you need to achieve your balance in, I guess. Interesting. Maybe what you're wishing for reanalyze what you're wishing for, what you think you want. Oh, that kind of goes along with what I was saying when I was talking about that deck of cards I was wishing for years and years and years, thinking that would be like the last deck I ever bought. Yeah, I never use it. So maybe it's a be careful what you wish for type message. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love this for you, Lisa. You got 3 of Cups. This means this is your circle of support. This is the people around you. So this means that you have a balanced circle of support right now. You have only people there that are serving your highest good. This is so good because I know in your past I picked up on individuals that didn't need to be in your energy. Kind of related to work, I think. But this is so good. The 3 of Cups, and Beachcomber got the 3 of Wands. Ooh. That's I wonder, let me just give me a minute to energetically peek into. Okay, it almost feels like there's a new guide or a new okay. First, before I can tell you this, I have to explain something. So ultimately, when we do a pre-birth contract and we come here, before we come here, we have like a main guide set up to kind of follow us through life, right? They're there to kind of just do the gentle nudging. We get stronger guides that come and go throughout the journey, right? Pertaining to the wherever you're at in your life at the time. So some guys will come in and they'll guide you through a tough relationship, and then they'll go. Once they've finished getting you through that, they'll go. And then you'll have another guide that'll come in and say, guide you through the loss of a child or something like that, right? They'll be there for a while until they feel like you are okay, and then they go to help someone who needs them more. So I feel like there's a new guide coming in for you, Lisa. There's some kind of a new, not yet, but it's soon. It feels like a guide that's there to like, it's almost like a guide that's like, what's the word? When you're being trained at a new job. So what would that be? It's almost like a guide that comes in to be like, okay, like to show you the ropes with something. A guide that comes in to be like, this is what it is. This is what you do in this vibration. This is how you think. This is what you do in this vibration. That's what's coming through. So Lisa, you've got a new guide soon coming to join. This is as a result of a higher vibration. You embodying a higher vibration. That's definitely coming through. And if you've dropped a few friendships that are not serving you, that's probably what's going to bring the vibration, bring that elevation for you. Because we can be connected to individuals who hold our vibration down. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can be the highest vibrational individual, but if you stay energetically connected to somebody who's in a dense energy, you're going to be connected. It's going to pull you down. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be at their level, but it will hold you down. So releasing with love, right? Always release with love. You never walk away from somebody saying, I hate your guts, I never want to see you again, right? Because ultimately they're you, right? We're one, right? So you release with love. But releasing somebody who is not in alignment with you with love is an automatic frequency boost. It's like letting go of a tether and you just bounce up. So that makes sense for you in that reading. And yes, always lead with love. Always. Absolutely. You lead with, this is what my grandma used to tell me. And I swear she had the thickest Southern drawl. My grandma was from Texas, and she had the thickest Southern drawl. So when I repeat the words grandma said to me, I hear them in my head in her accent. I can't do it, and I'm not even going to try. But she used to say to me, you lead with love and you leave with love. So when you walk into a situation, you lead, let your heart lead you with love, and then you leave with love. So 7 of Wands. Okay, so wait a minute. I was going to hold on one second. I've got to scroll back down a minute because Sam had 3 of, was it you, Sam, had 3 of Wands? Oh, I may have lost you. 3 of Wands could be a necessary transition. It could be travel. Oh, it's travel. It's travel. Aren't you getting ready, Sam, to go visit Lisa? That makes sense for you. So maybe it's something you need to do more often. Maybe getting outside of your regular routine and taking trips, places, expanding, where you're putting your energy, could be the balance that you're needing. And someone had the 7 of Wands. This is boundaries. This is making, so you may be a little imbalanced in your boundaries. So you may let people take advantage of you. You may let people may think they can walk all over you, but this is definitely 7 of Wands is boundaries. So that would be either an imbalance in your boundaries, a need to maybe re-examine. Because I do feel in that energy like somebody who is kind of like a yes man, or somebody who's like finds their validation in other people validating them. Like, if I help you and make you happy, then I feel good about myself type feeling I do. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah. So maybe that's a little bit what you need to just kind of reevaluate that and know that your self-worth does not lie in what you can do for others. That's just what you can do for others is just one aspect of who you are and what you can do. So Leela said, Crystal, your true crime readings are amazing. Love my last one. Oh, thank you. I'm going to come back and do it. I'm really feeling the need to do a updated energy read on Jack and Lily Sullivan because things have changed in the energy quite a bit. So I'm going to come do an update on that. I just got to get past this whole TikTok junk. Just get it done and over with. But it's a lot of work, you guys. Good grief. But I am coming back to do one. If I don't upload it tonight, which I will. I will. I know they're still looking for them. I feel like there's more than we know. There's more happening behind the scenes than we know. And I just know there is. The Canadian police are different than the police here in the States. The police here in the States, they're a lot more forthcoming with information. They feel like they've got to get out and like tell the public everything as soon as they can. And I don't think it's that way over in Canada. I've never personally experienced any of the law enforcement people in Canada, but energetically, there's a lot happening that we do not know about, and we will. But the energies have definitely changed. I had some suspicion. My suspicion went more towards the man than the mother at first, but that has also changed. So, yes. And I do feel like they will eventually be found. I almost feel like someone's going to say where they are, and that's how they're going to be found. So there's other people involved too than just the parents. But let me go to my notes and make sure I covered everything before I go anywhere. Okay. Meditations and class exercises. Okay, a guided visualization. This is just, you don't have to do this. This is just a suggestion. Stand before the angel of temperance. So this would be a visualization. So in meditation, you're going to visualize yourself standing before the angel and the temperance card. So, and you're going to ask the angel to deliver a healing message. And you're going to tell the angel that you're open and receptive to receive the healing message. And then you're going to be still your mind and allow it to come in. So that is your guided visualized meditation with the Temperance card. A creative exercise you can do for the Temperance card is to draw your own alchemy symbol and use 2 things that you want to integrate to draw that symbol. So say you like crystals and plants. So then make a symbol that would symbolize the joining of those 2 things. Okay. And a tarot spread idea. 4 ABCD, 4 questions to ask in your tarot reading. What do I need to balance? What opposing forces are present? What can help me blend these energies? And what outcome will bringing things into balance bring? So those are a good reading you can do regarding the Temperance card. Okay, so I just want to emphasize that the Temperance card is the alchemy of everyday life. It is spiritual balance. It is something that we must practice on a daily basis. And that's about it. So there you go. That's the Temperance card. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this class. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, I've been on a little over an hour and a half today. I don't feel the stepdad has done anything wrong to me. He has the get up and go, the one who's done everything for the kids. I feel like he's contributing to a secret. That feeling comes through for me. Yes, he's been the one to insert himself into the public. He's been the one out. Regardless, there's a secret. It has something to do with him. So, anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to pop off so that I can get a drink and a bathroom break and get back on for 30 more minutes and finish my silly TikTok thing I have to do. And then I'll be done with that. And then the next time I go live, I'm going to come and get you guys so you can come over and I can make you guys moderators. But I got to go live one more time on TikTok for 30 minutes before I can appoint moderators. It's so different over there. I just pretty much work on my art while I'm there. Sit and work on my, see, here's all of my supplies and stuff over here. And I sculpt. This one's almost done. I almost finished it in 2 days. I just got to put the crystals in the little pores. These little round things here actually have holes in them. I put Swarovski crystals in all the pores to give it bling. Anyways, it'll be done by the end of this 30-minute live. So I will, Ginger, if you don't mind moderating, I'll have the more the merrier, man. I trust you guys. I know you guys have hold the same vibe as me pretty much. So thank you, Sam. Thank you. Okay, guys, lifting you all in divine light, love and light. Abundant, tons, huge amounts of divine love and light. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'm going to do a crystal live sale tomorrow. So I will be on tomorrow to do a crystal live. I got new pieces. So excited. All right. Love you guys. Thanks again for joining me. I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day and blessed be.